Sorry, friendos. Welcome back.
I'm already here, which means I'm late for dinner.
Thank you so much, Steph, for 17 months, and then thank you so much, Crunk, for 41 months at tier 3. Please don't be late for dinner. Please go to dinner. Oops. Nope, I need that. That's the chat. Nope, where's my chat? So, I just had such a nice day. I had a wonderful day. But also I started early, so maybe you're not as late for dinner as you think you are. Yeah, I just had an absolutely idyllic day. I didn't have anywhere to go or anything to do this weekend, and Grid and I just spent the day running errands, doing stuff. Like in the morning, we picked up books from the bookstore that I ordered last week, and we went to my favorite coffee shop, and oh my gosh! Holy shit, Grim the Exiled! How many even is that? Thank you so much for 10 community subs! Jesus Christ! I haven't even started yet! As I just cough into the mic. My goodness! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Holy shit! Come on! I didn't even do anything good yet! Thank you for 1,000 bits! Too much generosity too early. Now I don't know what to- now I don't know- now I'm all fucked up. Damn it, Crunk! Thank you, Crunk, for the bits! Oh my goodness, and Zen, thank you so much for tier 2 at 34 months! What is wrong with all of you? Holy shit!
Unintended, but welcome.
Thank you for the pun. No, it is a crystal color. Gotta crash me early. God damn it! Steph, thank you so much for 5 gift subs. Thank you. We don't even have any more people who watch the chat. Jam it, Eben!
More strong.
Thank you for 100 bits, Eben. I really appreciate it. Oh my god. Grim, please. Please don't. Please stop. I can't see how many. Is that another 10? What did you fucking do? Is that a... Thank you so much! For 20 total gift subs. What the fuck? Well, I guess that is definitely... I guess the top gifter badge is definitely yours. Ah! Great things are happening with rapidity. Huh? As Grid just shrugs. Ah! What do I do now? Now they'll be like, oh, who does that Alidus? What the fuck is that? Didn't we have a good day, Grid? We had a good day. We got my phone screen replaced. That wasn't the best part. I do want to be clear that was actually not fun. I mean, it wasn't. We just walked away and shopped in the mall for a half an hour. And now I have a really annoying dead pixel spot on the top. But from the new phone screen. But at least it is not sharp pieces of glass anymore. Well, I am not going to assume that Anonymous is Crunk anymore. I can't. Sometimes it's newbie. And I feel like Crunk forgets to hit Anonymous enough that... that it's not always Crunk. It's no fun if I assume. Alright, let me... I'm so calm. I'm so calm. This is too bright. God damn it. Anonymous user, whoever the fuck! Thank you so much for an additional 5 gift subs. My stream elements, like... chat, or, stream, like... thing that tells you everything that happened in the stream is gonna be so wildly out of reality. It's gonna be, wow, your sub count increased by like 4 billion%. Keep it up. I need to make this dimmer. Hang on. Okay, brightness. 'Cause we are very, very blinded, very washed out. I need to be able to see. And I'd like it for you guys to not see in shadow. Let's see if I can do... Wow, there's really no... I can't... See, this is off. It's off. I think the problem is... And then the problem is my shadow. Beautiful. I love it. Thank you. Everybody else is just getting crunk in trouble on purpose now. Do you want to fiddle with this? No? I don't know. With it on, we were getting washed out, but with it off...
Probably because you screwed it up when you were using it the other day.
I screwed it up.
Yeah, you set
Well,
the levels all...
Yes, but I was turning it down, and it's like, even on as low as it'll go is like 2.
Remember, this has brightness.
No, I didn't.
If I grab the right... Yeah, it's that.
Oh, alright. Yeah, that's better. And then I can see, and you can see. I keep forgetting how to use Elmo here. I don't teach classes often enough. As a reminder, Elmo is a classroom... It's a piece of school equipment. It is... How would you describe Elmo?
It's an overhead document sharing
It's an
camera.
overhead document sharing camera. It is the alternative to the overhead projector. It rocks for our purposes. It fucking slaps for our purposes. It's just like this with the camera. It rocks. Zooms in. It's amazing. Okay, so what were we doing? What were we doing before y'all fucked me up? It's got some nuts zoom too. Just absolutely bonkers. Okay, well, we don't need to look at that close how bad my stitches are. Damn it, anonymous user. Thank you so much for another 5 gift subs. I don't... What the fuck? I was having a chill day. Now what?
I wonder which of these usernames are never gonna show.
Exacerbating my conditions. So I'm supposed to be making a present for a friend whomst I work with, and I thought that I was gonna start this like weeks ago, but then I got too scared because what we normally do is cross stitch, which is on a grid, and now I don't want to give myself too little credit because while sometimes I do work from a pattern, sometimes I do create the patterns, so that is hard, right? Cross stitch itself is probably the simplest kind of hand sewing you can do because it's squares in a grid and all you have to do is count, which to be fair, counting can be hard. This is embroidery. This is embroidery. Like, if you say freehand embroidery, apparently that means something with a sewing machine and it's a little bit different, which is kind of counterintuitive, but this is embroidery. What I did earlier was actually used the light panel right here to trace the pattern, which I did purchase this pattern from a person who makes patterns because I'm not actually very good at drawing or conceptualizing patterns. So I traced the pattern with fabric pencil onto the fabric. I don't know if you can see it very well, but this is what it looks like. And then my goal was to, once we embroider this, make this piece of linen into a little purse, which I guess... I guess maybe if I cut it the way that I cut it here, I should have made it... I should have put it over so it could be... This could be the little bag. But I don't even care if it's yay big. Just a little clutch. So I also have zippers, which the zipper doesn't need to be, you can cut the zipper shorter. It doesn't need to stay this long. So, I don't know how far we're gonna get today. These 2 leaves right here, well, this leaf and a half right here is literally my first... Grid, why? Grid! Grid, you live here! Fuck. Thank you! Pain in my ass. Choo-choo indeed. Alright. So the problem with this is that... Fucking hell! Thank you, Grim! For 300 bits! So much. Oh my god. Can we get to the sewing? Like, jeez. So yeah, this is the extent of my experience with embroidery. Period. So we'll see how we do. I am learning. Mostly what it's gonna take is patience on my part, which we'll see. But I started it to see if I could do it. It seemed like I could do it. And then I figured we could do it together. Okay. So I just kind of want to... This is not ideal. I shouldn't be going back in on top of what I did of this leaf because the stitches are going to lay funny, but I'd rather do that. Also I'm still literally never in my life ever going to do a French knot, ever. I'm like morally opposed to the concept. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. And don't ask me to explain what a French knot is either, because I really, my refusal to do one is also my refusal to learn, so. I just choose to believe that this is one of my endearing quirks. So, you know. Let's see, what did we do? So Friday, oh yeah. I know I don't normally stream Friday anyway, so that at least wasn't a surprise cancellation, but, yeah, I got a lot of work done on Thursday. What just happened?
Does this make a noise too?
It does make a noise too. It just doesn't come up on my chat thing. I can't see what happened. I know that was a tip, and I imagine it was Crunk. What was it? Sorry, I shouldn't have imagined it was Crunk. Thank you so much, Crunk, for the $10 tip. Those do, in fact, make alert sounds, and they are the old alerts, so they do sound like video games as opposed to screaming. I really need to change the screaming. I really so bad need to change the screaming. Grid, please help me to change the alert sounds tomorrow. My problem is I get into Stream Elements, and the Stream Elements UI is so... I just find it so difficult to work with. I, like, open the page, get bored, and then close it. There's no midriff here. I have my shirt's tucked in. I've got a cute little skirt on. See? I'm a pumpkin spice librarian today. Oh, god damn it. I should know better. You're a menace. Well, it's been spook season for 2 years. I don't remember what I was talking about. Refusal to do a French knot. I canceled on Thursday. Sorry about that, although I really was not looking forward to doing the Godskin duo anyway. Because they're hard and that was making me cranky. And then Friday, I don't normally stream anyway. I'm pretty sure it's been 2 years, yeah. Or at least a year. Because they were certainly for Spooktober. And then... Okay, so... See, I had a different outfit. This one is kind of librarian vibe, but I had a different... Stop it! Fucking Zeno just looking at me and then tipping over my garbage can. I had a different outfit and I was calling it Pumpkin Spice Bitch, which that was like high-waisted jeans with a cute little crop top sweater that I made, and it had a scarf on it and little boots. That was great. Exactly, Evan, yeah. Fuck, what was I talking about? Okay, hold on. The thing that I'm struggling with here is these leaves, the round leaves, make sense to me in the stitch that we're doing, and these leaves with like curly shit on them don't make sense to me. So we're gonna be discovering things. And discovering how much I suck at doing this, but that's okay. About art, and it's a gift for a friend, so it's gonna be beautiful. Oh yeah, so Friday we went out with my assistant and her partner to Korean barbecue for the first time. Like the kind of place where you cook your own meat over the little brazier in the middle of the table. Fucking rocked. It rocked. I had so much fun. It was so nice. I love them so much. They're so good. And I ate so much meat. It was very meatful. So in case anybody cares, which I don't really think anybody does, I think everybody here is just here to vibe. What we're doing right now is called the herringbone stitch. So we're starting with one stitch directly at the point down, and then the next one goes like this. And then we kind of layer the crosses until we get down to the bottom of the leaf. Yeah? I think my problem with these is that I start trying to anticipate the pattern instead of following the line. As you all are like, sure, Alla. Whatever you say. Yeah, and then this morning we woke up and it was so restful. My favorite thing in the world to do in the morning is to get up, make my coffee, feed the cats, and then crawl back into bed and drink my coffee and read a book while Grid's still sleeping. I love that so much. It's like the best. And so we did that. We went to the bookstore and picked up my books. We went to my favorite coffee shop. And then we wandered around the mall, which has some, well, while we were getting my phone screen replaced. And that has some fun new stores that we popped into. And then what did we do? Oh, and then we drove a nice drive across town to go to, there's this one specific church that sells pumpkins every year. And their pumpkin sales are like in benefit of the like youth ministry or something. Now, in case you have not noticed the pentacle necklace I often wear or heard all about all my witch shit, I'm not really a church person, but I do love youth programs and I really like the pumpkins there. And frankly, I would rather give somebody who's going to use the money well, my pumpkin money, as opposed to Walmart. I give enough of my money to Walmart. I don't need to give more of my money to Walmart. So I really like going out there. It's a really pretty drive in the fall. So every year we go there specifically to get pumpkins. So we got our pumpkins. A little bit late, but late's better than none pumpkin, right? I keep forgetting how late in October it is. Hey, this leaf came out fucking amazing. Y'all are good influences. We also remembered to buy candy for the children, so there's that. Oop, I gotta remember that I'm wearing lipstick. Gotta do that. I hope y'all have gotten to do some good pumpkin spice bitch shit this year. I don't know, I feel like there's just so many... I don't know how to do this fucking wiggly ass leaf here. Alright, well maybe if I draw it better, first of all. So kind of the problem with the fabric pencil is that it's so light, and I had a gray fabric pencil, so that doesn't help. Alright, maybe that'll be something. But yeah, I also like touching my face. I don't normally do lipstick, because I'm very weird about my mouth. I don't like there be thing on it. But I've been pulling so many VODs for upload during a period where I was wearing lipstick more often, and I was like, oh, that looks nice. Maybe I'll wear it today. Oh, Ella, you looked cute. Yeah, I think my problem with the herringbone stitch is that I just never trust the pattern. I try to like compensate for it instead, which does not work. I just mean I looked cute with the lipstick on, which I was wearing in the past. Listen, don't think that I am not exceedingly currently vain. I see my hair back then and I'm just like, oh honey. Honey, you are washing it too much and it's always flat. Oh honey. If only I knew then what I know now. I put so much less effort into my hair than I ever have in my life. So much less time. I do nothing with my hair, and it just, because of my routine maintenance, it just looks exactly the way I want it to every day. It's great. But thank you for sticking up for my self-esteem. I do appreciate it. Oh, if I edge this out of the camera, you gotta yell at me. I guess one of the negatives of this is that the floss goes really fast. Also, I guess I kind of cut a small piece of floss. Thank you, Sandfleet. Thank you. It's funny, I literally saw another girl on the street today. Grid pointed her out to me because I was not paying attention. It was kind of raining and I was trying to get letters in a mailbox, but she was wearing a yellow skirt with a red top and she had purple hair. I was like, where am I? Oomst. That's good, Samuel. That's so good. Yeah, I always used to be, well, part of the problem was that I worked at Starbucks, and then before that I worked at a gas station, so I smelled like garbage or like stale coffee grease when I got home, and I had to get that smell off of my body. Now that I work in an office, I don't constantly feel like I immediately have to come home and shower in order to feel like a fucking person. So that helps. And it does. It really does, yeah. It so does. And the really fun part about today, this has nothing to do with hair, sorry. Grid obviously is a sound guy, and he replaced a couple of the speakers in his car and also put a big old subwoofer in the back. So I was just in charge of the most manic playlist that God has ever seen. Starting out with some Styx. Moving into like Every Time We Touch. Back into some Bonnie Tyler, going into some 70s new wave. Popped on The Lion King because this land has some real sick bass rumbles. And then realized we hadn't listened to any show tunes in a while, so, you know, got into Defying Gravity, which also has a real nice, like, bass line. Ooh, so good. And then, probably nobody's ever heard of this because it was like a blip of an emo, sad hipster man bun guy before the word hipster came out. So his name's John Foreman and the song is Southbound Train. And there's this moment in the middle of the song where frankly, I don't even know what instrument it is. I don't know if it's a stand-up bass or if it's a bass guitar or if it's, I don't know, but it's so strong that listening to it at high volume in Grid's car distorts the sound. Not like the speaker sound. It's not like the speakers are doing something. It's like the wub of that pitch fucks up the vocals. It fucks up the sound waves coming to your ear. You have to crack the window in the car in order for it to kind of equalize. Ugh. I can feel it in my teeth. It's great. So I was just shrieking all of these songs all day. Well, that's not really the shape that the leaf was supposed to be, but it does look like a good shape. So I'm gonna call this a win. Fuck, I'm out of the camera again. I'm sorry. Oh. Yeah, I can't really see the problem. I can't really see the lines. It doesn't matter. It's art. It doesn't fucking matter. I wish we could listen to real music while I streamed. Oh no. Well, you know, normally it doesn't really do anything for me to play games or probably DLC. Yeah, I should have gone further out there. I lost the line. That's okay. Normally it doesn't really do well for me, viewership-wise, to play games too soon after they come out. And with a really popular game like Elden Ring, I imagine the DLC will be the same. If I'm still playing it at the point that the DLC comes out, I'll probably continue to play it, but... Also, I'm a little concerned that if I finish it before the DLC comes out, like, appreciably before, like I've put it down for a couple weeks, I won't be able to pick it back up again. I will have lost my hashtag skills. Okay, so this is really interesting because I'm kind of like... I mean, I know they're just lines. But this almost feels... It's so pretentious to say. This almost feels kind of organic in a way that I'm discovering how things are gonna lie if I place them in a certain pattern. Okay. There isn't... No, that's all the leaves. Okay. Alright. You know, for my first attempt, I'm gonna take it. I will accept that as good job. Thanks, Samuel. Thanks. Alright, now... Actually, I feel like we should do these over here, just because that's... I was doing that stitch, so I should just continue doing that stitch. Until... The highest chance of the stitch looking good will be to continue to do it now. I really wanted to start on the moon, but it's a totally different stitch. And one that I think I'm gonna struggle with, patience-wise, trust-wise. So, we'll see. I don't know how much of this we're gonna get done today. Alright, 988. Hey, Sitho. Critically acclaimed? Crystal embroidery? Okay, so I'm not hating this pretzel rock genre. I don't remember this being a category that I had access to prior to today. It's like chill EDM or something. Seems okay. I was looking for the orchestral one today, but I don't know. Pretzel Rocks just seems to have fewer and fewer free options. We've talked about this. And shitification of the internet. What is bare metal? Is that just a machine that has nothing installed in it? You can do it. I believe in you. Oh boy. Oh, right. This is a different stitch. Which one is this? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. I've done this before. This is called the stem stitch, which is funny because we're doing it on a stem. That is in fact what we're stitching. So this one, you're bringing the stitch through and back in. What? Oh, sorry. When you come in with your phone, I'm always afraid you're going to tell me I have to go to work. No. That made it sound like you're my pimp instead of just a guy who works with me. Sorry. Oh. Well, shit. Okay, well, I'll have to do the tomorrow at 3. Shit. I gotta get him his bow star. Fuck. How's he gonna get enough experience if I'm not there to donate? Sorry, Minecraft UHC, or Minecraft UHC.
Apparently, this weekend is one of their marathons.
Do you have a phone charging option? I don't think that cable's long enough, and I'm only at 19%.
Yeah.
What was I saying? I'm sorry, I'm also kind of in that boat. It's worse now when you say coughing, because then I have the urge to cough. I was talking about the stem stitch. So... Eee. Oh, I magneted to my... Okay, I see. So you place your stitch at whatever interval you so choose, and then when you come back in, you want to push your needle through the middle of the stitch you just did. Kind of like a... So it kind of gives you this chain appearance. Man, you know, I started to try to learn how to, well, okay, let me rephrase. I started to try to figure out how to embroider when I was, I don't know, 14. I had this big old body pillow and I thought it was a neat piece of fabric, the pillowcase. So I tried to sew on the pillowcase, but I didn't have anybody to show me how to do anything. I didn't have the internet the way it exists now. Actually, I don't think I had the internet at all. And I didn't have anyone in my family who knew how to do it, so I was just kind of trying to figure it out. And looking back, I had a lot of things right. You know, I kind of figured out how to do this stem stitch. And I had been trying to make a peacock feather, I think. And, thank you. Oh, I forgot that there was a... Yeah, I guess I don't know if it's powered, but I forgot that there was a USB there anyway. Yes.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Thank you.
Might have longer with some routine.
That's perfect. That's fine. No reason to be longer. That's what she said. I don't know. Grid. Tomorrow. We have to winterize the back patio. Turn off the outside water. I think that's it. Maybe cover the... I think we should tarp the trailer. I know you don't think that we should, but I think it'll help the longevity of it. I don't know if we have a tarp that's big enough. Ah! It's so straight! Okay. Let me try this shit again. Ah! Oh, it's shorter than I expected. Ooh, this one already feels like it's going better. If I can just keep it going better. Oh shit, this weekend is also that little TwitchCon AGDQ or whatever. Fuck, I'm missing all the good things. Why am I streaming right now? So many more exciting channels are doing things. Here I was just feeling guilty. Yeah, I need a better fabric pencil. I can't really see where the line is on this, and I need to have the decision made before I start stitching. But you know what's great about leaves? None of them are regular, and they all look different. Yeah. They really do. Honestly, they're not very easy for me to understand either. Just because I've never had anybody talk to me about how to do this. I always find it easier for somebody to show me. Unless it's in a video, and then my brain cannot process it at all. Man, I'm so excited that we're doing this right now. I have put off trying this for so long out of a fear that I wouldn't do a good job. Don't do that. Not worth it. I don't know really how to cross these over the center line when they're not super regular. You can't really keep them at the same angle. I guess I'll just stop worrying about it, stop trying, you know? To keep them at the same angle, and just keep them at the angle that the curve dictates. I think actually that's working exactly the way it's supposed to. It's kind of weird. My grasp of spatial geometry is entirely unconscious. Like there's no... I can't do... Yeah, that actually was perfect. The way that was perfect. Okay, so I have made progress in learning. So it's not something I can logically like think about. It's something I have to like synesthetically feel. Which I guess is really cool, I guess, because how my brain works and I like it, but also can be kind of frustrating. Because if it's a concept or a technique that I can't feel, then I don't know how to approach doing it without just oh yeah, that is perfect. Holy shit. That is... I know that you guys probably don't even... can't even see what I am freaking out about, but like being able to curve this side differently than this side is something that I didn't understand until right now. Like I kind of did it here, but it doesn't look great. This one looks correct. And it's because I stopped trying to anticipate the pattern and started just following the line.
When I'm walking out the front door, I can feel it. I got issues on my mind, but I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. I really like how the stitch ends. It's perfect for leaves. It gives you that vein down the middle just by virtue of, you know, the way the stitch works. Although I'm excited to do a couple more of these because it's kind of really neat. This one looks more like a leaf and this one looks more like a pine cone, and it has something to do with how the crosses lay. This one is more zigzagged, more one over the other, and this one is more together. And I'm not entirely sure how that has been accomplished. Just kind of, you know, obviously minute changes and in the placement of also, this just feels super nice to work on because I've been working on that Kirby project for so long and it's so slow. I think I might have to put it away for a little while because it's just really boring. I also get emotionally invested in like the worst projects at the worst times. We have a new housekeeper at the theater. I guess she's been here for a couple months, but she's so nice. She's no nonsense. She's take no shit. She's a very proud Puerto Rican, she tells me. And she's just, I don't know. She's just like the feel like if I called her abuela, she'd smack me in the back of the head and say I'm not that old. But I love her so much. And I really want to make her a blanket. So I figured out her favorite color, and I'm gonna start on a blanket for Christmas for her. Which is nice, that's great. But if I was gonna do that, I probably should have thought about it before October. I mean, I'm gonna be able to finish it before December, that's not a problem, but I'm not gonna be able to finish it before December with also finishing all the other shit that I'm supposed to finish before December. Oh, I see. So if I go further over the place that I just... the stitch that I just made. Then we kind of get more of a pine cone. Let's see. That's neat. And I don't understand how my crochet inspiration strikes anyway. Sometimes I just... my brain identifies people like a dog. Like, just like, you. I need to make a blanket for you. I really want to make a blanket for you. And then some people who are like, oh, I'd really love to have a piece of blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, I don't want to. No. I feel like it. Hey, Rhino. I don't actually know that this is charging my phone fast enough because we are now at 17% battery. Maybe. Maybe that is how I rate people. I don't know, if I'm being uncharitable about myself, I almost think that it's... I love giving extravagant gifts to people who I'm not very close to. Because it's like the maximum amount of bang for your buck, you know? And then when I start getting really close to people, I lose confidence. I'm like, oh no, now I need to know like exactly what you like. Now I need to like try, you know? I can't just be like, here's a blanket. Enjoy. How is Twitter? How's Twitter these days? How's Twitter doing? I miss it, you know? I'm finding it harder to keep up on political news, which frankly is one of the reasons I deleted it, but also probably not ideal. So shout out to anyone who keeps posting things in Discord because I keep missing them. Oh, did they actually implement the $1 a year fee? I thought that was just like gonna. That's smart, Steph. Oh yeah, I saw that. New Zealand and the Philippines. Hilarious. Fucking funny. Fuck the Kiwis. Fuck the Filipinos. You know... And then don't worry. We can just be racist about it if everybody in New Zealand and the Philippines decide not to pay the $1 fee and get off Twitter. We can just be like, huh. Well, you know. The European market. See, I mean, you can block ads, but I was spending so much of my time blocking ads. To be fair, I got to a point where I was, like, doing it like a game. I would get on Twitter and I'd be like, ooh, I'm gonna block all the ads that I see. Hee hee. Like it matters. Like it's gonna help me in the long run. There were so many. It was literally like a fucking ad between every 2 tweets. Oh no, this is gonna be so terrible because now I'm gonna look back on those first leaves that we did and I'm gonna hate them. Oh, that one's so good! Oh! I'm so excited! I think today I had a manic episode. Exactly, see though. Amazing. I do like how much less of my time in the morning or, you know, during the day is taken up by checking various websites. I still, like, check Tumblr. And if I haven't, especially if I haven't looked at it for, you know, a period of time, it can be a little bit, it can take some time. But it also has the same vibes as, like, reading the fucking comics in the newspaper. What are the clowns up to today? But without Twitter, without Facebook, without Instagram, I don't have to spend... My brain is not compelled to spend 20 minutes on, you know, each one of these. To the detriment of several hours every morning? That's nice. Doing a public service, Sitho. I love it. So I bought a print of that Gomez and Morticia piece that you reblogged on Tumblr. I went to the artist's page and bought a print. And then, like, that was at night. And then the next morning, my credit card got hacked. Which was not the fault of that shop because I didn't even use my credit card. I used PayPal. I'm sorry, debit card. But I'm still gonna blame you. Somebody tried to spend $9.99 on some game key site. I was like, come on, you could have done better. It's 5 a.m. Hack me harder, you pussy. Ah, nice. These are coming out nice. But yeah, I don't think Muskrat cares about positive shit. I don't think he thinks the rest of the world are people like he is people. Hey, Powers. Why are y'all here instead of watching UHC? Love it. Yes, I'm so happy that's the answer. Thank you. Please tell me if Ko dies. Oh, absolutely, Steph, yeah. Yeah, I definitely don't mind banks. I like the checking up. Although I've definitely had my bank shut off my card at like an ATM I go to regularly. Guys, please. Oh, there's the Mindcrack is a YouTube group of Minecraft YouTube people, and they're doing a UHC for charity. And I forgot about it. So I'll have to save my charitable horking for tomorrow afternoon's UHC. Yes. This is maybe this is actually my ideal way to experience this. Just tell me the worst out of context, most random ass shit. Whatever makes you go, ooh, that's what I want to know. Yeah, that is what Grid mentioned, yeah. I never understood sports for the longest time. I really, I don't give a shit about... I've never found a sport that I care about. But I remember the first time Grid had me watch a UHC. And it was... Justin died? Jesus. Sorry, spoiler. Already? Yeah, Grid had me watch a UHC when I was starting to get invested in the Minecrackers. And I felt like I think sports make normal people feel. I was like screaming at the TV. Cornered and beaten up by a baby. Grid just shouted from the living room, "Good!" Same one. Is this like... How is Good rusty? Minecraft is his fucking deal. You know what? I don't care. Is this like the new kind of React? You know, those terrible TikToks where creators just react to other shit? Is that what this is, except worse? I hope so, because it involves me doing like handcrafts, so... know what I would give to live in the woods for a month. Actually, that's a lie. As long as the woods have internet. I just... Perfect. Thank you, Powers. Thank you for the validation. Okay, so this is one teeny tiny leaf. A weeny leaf. A weeny leaf. How could you be so mean to Chib? Honestly, I don't even... We've been watching so much... Kind of betrayed the Minecraft community. We've been watching so much Hermitcraft. I don't even remember who is in Minecraft. As with so many things that I say, I hope this comes out right, but I hope that those of you who do art have or can reach a place where you are as delighted with your art as I am with mine. When I accomplish something the way I meant to do it, I love looking at it so much. I'm just so fucking thrilled. I'm so excited. I'm like, yes, Allah, you're brilliant. You did a great job. Oh my god. And I know that this is not a universal phenomenon. I know I am quite the outlier. There are so many artists that I see on the internet who post their art and are just like, oh, this is terrible. Sorry for posting this. And I want to reach through the computer and I want to fucking shake them. I'm like, first of all, actually, Twitch streamers do that too and it drives me nuts. They're always like, dumbass can't play video games, and that's their Twitch handle. And I'm like, no, don't lead with that, please. Bad marketing. But also, I want other people to experience the joy of creation that I experience. Ah, it's such a good leaf! Ah, it's so good! I got the hang of it. You can do it! You can make art! And I definitely don't just mean drawing. Art am whatever you want. I shouldn't have just said looking at it because I was also like doing interpretive dance in the car today and that counts. Oh, exactly, Steph. Yes, it's so frustrating. I just don't see any benefit at all. Oh, well, okay, first of all, making smooth lines in digital medium is way harder than anyone fucking admits. Also, I am extremely not the right person to do a class on, like, modern art. We can get into Duchamp's The Fountain. We can get into what is art. I'm not the right person to teach that lecture class. Oh my god, that's so perfect! Look at this, such a good leaf! Ah! Fucking master. I stand by it, Samuel. I have a drawing tablet. I was so excited. I was like, I know that I can do this. I'm confident that if I had a tablet, I could do this. With a tablet, I could do this. I can draw a line. I can draw a line on paper. I can draw a line on tablet. Grid bought me a real nice tablet. I couldn't do shit with it. I could not make that work. I could not replicate even what I was doing on a piece of paper on the tablet. It's not as easy as it feels like it should be. Oh, well, I mean, that definitely sucks right now. Sorry, I just kind of like saw what you said and then put it through my own brain, which is, oh yeah, my doodling probably was part of ADD. Heh. Well, that's good. Truly, if you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. That is it. That is it. I always get scared to like stretch myself and learn new things, as evidenced by the fact that I put this off for weeks. Like, look how excited I am with how I'm doing this. But I was so scared to start in case I sucked. And hey, guess what? Compared to this leaf does suck. Oh, Grid's left. What? Say again? No, already? No, come on. But Bowstar. That's okay. I think the one time he won was... I can't hear you, Grid. I think the one time he won, I was not able to watch. And then every other time that I can watch, he dies. Oh, he's back. Oh, good. Oh, we have Rez. I know, people did that. I saw the video about the guy who does full fucking art scenes with a typewriter because he's got Parkinson's or something. I also started cutting myself a lot of slack for, like, what I don't think I have... I don't want to say I don't think I have an eye for scene creation, but I'm certainly not trained in scene creation. So I don't have... My artist friends get ideas and then have to put them on the paper. I don't have that get idea step. I have see things, combine with other things, want to make new combination thing, right? So I've stopped giving myself shit for reinterpreting somebody else's art. Oh, the tablet does not... Oh yeah, absolutely, Zen. Yeah, the tablet does not make you an artist necessarily. But it should. I want it to. I thought that it was a magic piece, you know? But where was I going with this? So yeah, so that's why every time I do a new medium, I usually explore it again in Kirby, you know? The first time I started cross stitch, it was Kirby. Before that, the first time I tried painting Kirby. The first time I tried felting, I felted Kirby. The first time I tried making amigurumi, I did Kirby. Because I know it. I know what Kirby is supposed to look like, and I know how to accomplish it in multiple ways. So exploring a new way to accomplish this known quantity was... I don't know how to make this... I guess I can just keep going here. Was interesting to me. Like, conceptually engaging. I don't know. I love being able to res whoever I'm rooting for, but I kind of feel like resing is cheating. My boy's different, but this didn't quite come out the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. Amazing. So good. My computer went off. Ugh, I love this skirt so much. It's like plaid wool. Got pockets. So comfy and fall. Glad I got around to the mindset of wearing casual skirts. They're just so comfy. So snuggly. Got these big ass knee socks too. Ah, so good. Eee! You did so good! Alright. Actually, you know what? Let's take a stretch break. Hold on. Maybe I should make a... You can't stand up. Okay, stretch your hands. Oh shit, I forgot I still had an Instagram link. Yeah, my Instagram doesn't work because I deleted my Instagram. Thank you for letting me know that that was still up. I had this really terrible period where I kept just doom scrolling through reels, like depression scrolling through reels for hours and hours and hours, and I couldn't get it under control, and it was making me terribly miserable. And I'm not willing to play the algorithm enough to actually have any success on Instagram, so I deleted it. But thank you so much for checking. I really appreciate it. This is the first time I've done embroidery. Normally I do cross-stitch. This is what you would have seen on my Instagram. No, I'm the same. I mean, and I had it up there. That was the point. The point was to tempt people. The point was to be like, hey, look. This one's too big for the same size hoop. I'm so sad. I don't know what to do with it. And this one just... I don't know what to do with this one either. I guess I just have to mount that one. How much for the whole set? I don't know. I don't remember how much I have. I think they're 30 each I have up on Etsy. Which is... Grid's mad at me about that because they take too much time for that to be a price that is reasonable, but I also don't think that... I think that that's expensive. I don't know. 30 was the price that I could live with. I do all the time, but the problem is, Grid, you have to balance between underpricing it and actually selling it. And it's worse for the crocheted shit. Because I try to get rid of all those crocheted blankets, and they are so time-consuming and so expensive to make. And you cannot sell them. You can't. You cannot sell a crocheted blanket for $200. You can't. Unless you have used some really fancy-ass specialty yarn, in which case it probably costs you $200 to make. Now, don't mishear me. I very firmly believe creators should charge what they're worth, but also this is not my... This is literally my please take it out of my house, I don't have enough room to keep all this shit Etsy. Maybe I should do a raffle again. The raffles were fun. A little stressful, but fun. I was thinking, actually, that with some of the Kirby's, I would figure out how to... I was gonna try to figure out how to, kind of manufacture them into, like, really... I'm gonna say grungy, but I don't mean grungy like dirty or gross. I mean grungy like with found fabric backings into kind of DIY patches. Because what do you do with an embroidery hoop Kirby? You can hang it on the wall. But what if it was a patch? If it was backed with, like, denim and had a real strong seam around the outside, that would at least have some utility, right? I'm very... Me, personally, I'm really into... things that are beautiful, but they have utility. That is an aesthetic movement, and I forgot what it's called. Arts and crafts, I think. Kind of inexplicably. Alright, so this is gonna be the... what's it called? Stem stitch again. I didn't draw all the lines here, so... Oh, those are supposed to be French knots. Am I actually gonna have to learn how to do a French knot? Fuck me. Okay, so it's got to be in the thing first. All right. Arts and crafts. Arts and crafts. Like what you did in elementary school. See, the other shitty part about lipstick is that I just keep getting cat hair in it. Remember like 15 minutes ago when I was like, I'm never ever gonna learn how to do a French knot ever because I think they're stupid? Remember that? Wrap your thread front to back needle 2 to 4 times and keep your insert your needle back into the same space you came through or close to it. Keep the tension on the working thread while pulling through to ensure you get... Okay. Seems like it's not gonna work. Nope. It didn't. What did I do wrong? Hmm. Hmm. Oh, what if we do... Okay. Wait, hold on. I just, like, can't understand how this is even supposed to work. I don't understand by what mechanism we're making a knot. Fuck! Idea! What if we make all the stems, and then later I look up a video on how to make a French knot, and then I just go back and make all the nubbins? Oh no. The floss was colored with my lipstick when I put it in my mouth. My bad. Under the tail. Okay. Ooh, autumn leaves sound really pretty. Oops. I don't think I wanted to pull that through quite so much. Okay. I think I understand what you're saying, Samuel, but I think I want to just make this first and then I'll go back. I do think I want to do them separately. I think if I just focus on where the stems are first, we'll kind of have a better time. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Go between the thread and the needle. Okay. Okay, I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense to me. Thank you. Is this like when y'all look up walkthroughs for me? I don't think I've shown y'all the Kirby project in a half a second. Maybe I'll go pick that up in a bit. Not to do it, just to show. No. Be careful where you type in that phrase. You end up on Omegaverse shit that I am not responsible. That was the wrong kind of way to go about that stitch, but I don't care. I kind of like this one being a little weird and knobbly. I feel like that is aesthetic. Damn it. Knew that was gonna happen. All right. God, I finally... Nodology? Oh my god. That's great. I love it. Right before we started, when I was, like, contemplating how to... what Twitch tags to put on, I did... I was looking up what the difference is between needlepoint and embroidery. Because I thought that they were the same. Or at least, like... one was kind of the all-encompassing version of the other. Or something. And I found the same garbage nonsense wording in like 3 different fucking definitely AI-generated articles. And it was like, needlepoint and embroidery are different because they are different things. They are different sewing. Embroidery is when you make designs on the top of the fabric, and needlepoint is where you make designs on the top of the fabric. And they're different for reasons. I'm like, thank you for your help. Thank you. Everything's so clear to me now. I still don't understand what needlepoint is. Ah. Thanks, Evan. Thanks, Powers. Awful. Terrible. Obscene. How could you do this to me? Come into my house with this bullshit. Oh my god, today was just so good. I was so happy to have all the guests that we had, but just being sick that one week, and then the show closed that weekend, so I didn't have any time off, and then the guests, and then the guests the next weekend. I really needed a day just being able to go outside and do stuff with Grid. Doing things is so fun with him. That came out wrong. I stand by it though. And then having a project go really well at the end of the day is just like, so tasty. And I have 3 new books to read. Oh, actually 4. Oh no, sorry, 3 because I bought Harrow, which I already own. I got my last Dragonsteel, my last secret project Cosmere book today, which is awesome. And then I got some book about, I don't know, all the Elder Gods are dead, and then we're like summoning Cthulhu. I don't know. It looks spicy. And then some about witches. I don't know. Okay, so I think this one I want to have actually overlap. So I won't put the third nubbin on because I want to put it over the top of the crystal that we make. I hope we have a frozen pizza. Huh. Interesting. Well, that was more enlightening to me than the half-assed Google search that I managed to accomplish. So thank you. As I was incapable of figuring out the answer. See, I don't want to play with any of the AI image generators because just figuring out what words to put into Google is now enough of a fucking creative project. Oh, shit. Grid, you need to make me... Shit, I figured out another Christmas present for somebody. Well, I figured out the possibility of doing one easier and with better shit. That, I don't remember who it is. We are the music makers, we are the dreamers of dreams. It's a particularly impactful poem, and it was part of a show that we did, and it's really meaningful to my boss, and I should do that with our, like, theater logo. That'd be a really nice piece. I'd make that Biddy cry. Okay, that's actually enough. I don't want to do... There's more in this, but I don't want to do it. Yeah. Okay, so now we can either start on the crystals, but I think we should do the moon. The moon is a satin stitch, and I'm a little nervous about it because I think I have to be really patient. Also, I've never really done anything with only one piece of floss, like one strand of floss. I don't quite understand how to do that without not having a knot in the end of it. Oh my god, I'm so excited by this. This is coming out so much better than I expected. Okay, or maybe I should do the moon when I do the stars. Because they are the same color. But nah, that's okay. Alright, metallic silver. Did you give me a number for that? Or maybe I shouldn't do the moon because I don't actually have metallic silver. Oh, it just says metallic silver floss. Oh, fuck you. I have every DMC floss, but I don't have metallic silver. Okay, so I guess we get to ignore the moon for right now. Oh shit, we never went to Michael's today. I didn't get yarn. That's fine. We'll go tomorrow. And then I can get metallic floss. Bowstar get! Yes! Also, awesome stuff. I love it. I love exposing people to new concepts. And you never know. You never say never use it. Because maybe you'll use it someday. Bah. Okay, I guess let's start with the darkest color. 38, 36. Right? Yeah. Wait, what? That's... Actually, you know, let's do this side of the crystal first. So we're going boom, boom. Antique violet is 3743. Okay, so that's that. And what's the middle? $38, $36. Antique mauve, 3727. Okay, and this is bright turquoise. 3844. 964 is sea green. And then, wow, that did not translate through the computer screen or printer. And then baby blue, really? I guess. Yeah, I mean, those are definitely the same color, but that certainly does not look blue, but that's okay. Bowstar! I've got so many projects going, I don't have a fancy craft bowl. I love having bowls for my embroidery projects. I love just tossing all the fucking floss in there. It's so convenient. Keep all my tools, my needles, my weenie scissors. A little tape measure if I need one. And then when you're doing the project, you just take the bowl. Oh, are these also satin stitch? I guess I don't know. Oh, satin stitch. Use 2 strands of floss. Oh, okay, good. I don't want to learn how to do 1 strand of floss yet. Sorry, Grid. I just hear him in the kitchen. Fine, okay. God, dumb shits. Alright, satin stitch. I guess it's really that simple. I think I'm overthinking it. It's just make stitch next to other stitch. I'll go same direction. The end. I don't want to start from this end because I can't see enough of what I'm doing. I want to start from the big end. Oh, that's awesome. What's she been making? Like, has she been making creatures or blankets or scarves? I love hearing about people doing projects. I'm so sad I can't catch her anymore because I fucking am an afternoon person who is not at the computer. It's funny. I made a big blanket for Rose once. And it was kind of Grid suggested the idea, and I thought it was an awesome idea, and Grid suggested the pattern and everything, but I told him if I was going to do it, because it was a really big project, that he was going to... It was a pixel sprite blanket, too. I made it I don't know, one of her favorite pixel sprite characters. I think it was Lena? Is that a Final Fantasy name? I made Grid make 1 square. I was like, if you want me to do this, because at that time I don't think she knew who I was, really. Because when I watched her, as with now, unfortunately, usually when I watch her over Grid's shoulder. Like, Grid has the TV on. I made him make 1 square. So him had to learn how to crochet. Yeah, it really helps me a lot to have a very clear pattern so that I do not have to make any decisions. Because the decisions that I make in the moment when I'm doing this are always wrong. And we'd be able to cover some... Yes, that's what those arrows are. I'm not really going to pay a lot of attention to them unless they are... Actually, they all look pretty logical for the way that these are situated. But I'm not really going to care about that. All she says about it is that not to have one facet going in the same direction as another facet, or else it won't look so faceted. Basically, Samuel, yeah. Wrist tubes, hats. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I'm so glad. I love crochet so much. It's so beautiful and versatile, and I love hearing about people. I mean, I guess I'm assuming she hadn't picked it up before, but if she's picking it up new, I think that's so exciting. And I also have this, like, snobby pride about crocheting, because when people don't know fiber arts, they always go, oh, what are you knitting? And I'm just like, nothing. I'm not knitting anything, because I'm not knitting. It's not knitting. Do I like knitting? Yes. Do I think knitting makes better clothes? Yes. Do I think crochet is better? Yes. Like, I'm out of my entire mind. My brother picked up crochet recently, and he's a bit younger than me, and I'm so fucking stoked. I'm so excited. It's not like crochet is a communal activity that you can really, I mean, I guess you can physically do it together because you're in the same room, but it's not like it's not like a co-op video game, but I'm just so excited. I feel like the only other person I know that does crochet is my assistant, and actually she recently picked it up, and I can't call her my assistant anymore. She's officially not my assistant as of Friday. She did it so much she gave herself tennis elbow. So then she had to put it down for a while. Okay, this is coming out both better in some ways and worse in others than I kind of had hoped it would. I thought this part was going to be the simplest. And I'm really happy with how the satin stitch itself is working out. It looks very smooth. It is, I think, a little harder than I expected to do this diagonal, because the fabric I'm working on is kind of, it's got a very clear grid pattern. It's just a very regular cotton. But we can hide some mistakes with the outline once I get that metallic silver. Why did I think no? Sure. Okay. No, I never did get anywhere. I think that's part of the reason why I was so hesitant to start on this, because I was just trying to freehand that. And I think, well, what I wanted to do for that was I also wanted to create the pattern, but that's the part that I just am unskilled at. And there's too much, like, color theory, ratio, balance, art theory to really learn that quickly. So what I should do is I should find a pattern I like and put it on the skirt and then sew the pattern. Frankly, if this comes out good, well, I mean, this has already come out good. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna feel a lot more confident about that skirt. And I think I will take out the flower that I had put there and just find a pattern and reinterpret as I choose. But also, yeah, I think this'll... I think I've learned enough in the last 2 hours to make it a lot easier. So... But it has not prevented me from wearing the skirt, despite the gigantic splatter of bleach stains on the hem. Because I don't give a fuck. It's just such a pretty color. It is an absolute stunning blue. Such a good skirt. Also, I was thinking I could sew something on a different piece of fabric and then put it on as a patch. It would probably be a little better for the skirt. I wouldn't be sewing into the fabric so much. I could potentially change it. Awesome, Samuel. I'm so proud of you. You did it. You put windows. You're suffering through windows. Okay, I don't think I ever want to start this at the small end. Oh yeah, this is so much easier because now we're going with the grain of the fabric. Now I've got like a built-in grid. As opposed to the free-range grid that I have every other day. Oh man, I saw like this crop top sweater today at the mall that said, "I look better tied up." I don't know what made me think of that. You're welcome. I will neither confirm nor deny. I'm sorry, female version of flannel? Okay. There is... Okay. What are you talking about? I definitely know that when I buy flannel shirts that are in the women's section, the flannel is lighter weight than flannel shirts that I buy from the men's section. Which is bullshit. And why most of my flannel shirts come from Goodwill. Also, women's shirts button on the opposite side of as men's shirts do. So the button is on... I don't remember because I have so many men's button-up clothes. But the buttons are on one side for women and the other side for men. Tighter shoulders. That's interesting. I've definitely had women's flannel that has, like, tailored waist. I don't know why the buttons must be different. I thought somebody told me once it was so that oh, Grid's jingling. Do you know the answer, Grid? What's the answer?
Because the servants.
Because of the servants.
Because the servants buttoned up.
The servants buttoned you up. Yep. Why? But which? I don't understand. Why?
The ladies in waiting buttoned women's clothes.
Okay, so it's for
Right.
girls. So the girls are different because the ladies in waiting buttoned the ladies' clothes.
Right.
Okay.
So that it was reversed.
Got it.
Because women is right over left, and men's is left over right.
You see, when I asked you about shoes earlier, you didn't know the answer.
I don't know anything about shoes.
Yeah, but you know a lot about other clothes. Very annoying. Bitchin' purple. Nice. Love it. Exactly, Evan. I love it. Welcome back, Crunk. What?
The joke reason was that women's clothing was right over left so that when they were riding bitch in the car, the men could look over and into them.
Bad man.
I said it was a joke.
Oh no. Crunk, what did you have for dinner? I'm so hungry.
And you want me to put pizza?
When are you hungry? Are you hungry?
I had a
Damn. We can wait. Lasagna? Who doesn't like ricotta cheese? Also, frankly, if I'm gonna have something like lasagna, I'm gonna have stuffed shells. Because I don't really care for meat in my lasagna. I don't really care for ground beef, really. And if you're gonna have a meat-free lasagna, why don't you just have stuffed shells? Is my thought process. Oh, well, I hope you have lasagna for dinner. Having spent the last 3 hours making it, something happened.
An anonymous user gifted.
How do we have anyone who does not have a sub still? Thank you so much, Anonymous, for that gift sub. Keeping Sitho around for the hornt. To be hornt. I don't know. I don't know. You don't put ricotta in your lasagna? I guess that's possible. See, I guess ricotta and mozzarella are my favorite to go in stuffed shells as well. But also then I put so much egg in it, it's basically like a fucking quiche. I am not Italian. Oh no, Steph, I'm so sorry. Ooh, that's smart, Samuel. I have fucking nailed the bechamel sauce. I got it. Like, I rock at macaroni and cheese these days. Five cavity. Oh, ouch. Vibing for you. Just vibrating at you. May you disassociate completely. Bechamel. Beautiful, see, though. I love it. Nope, I know what I said. I stand by it. Homemade ricotta? I am not about to make cheese. Anytime that a body that I am too close to makes cheese, I just don't... I'm not gonna eat it. And I also very specifically phrased that horribly also. I did that on purpose. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Steph. I mean, I believe there are people that can do it. I do believe that. Just I don't feel like any of them are near me. Interesting. See, I'm scared to answer both those. I'm scared to say either. Because, like, if they don't like me, I feel the same way as I feel about the concept of meeting Jack Black. Like, do I think he's really, really fucking cool and I want to meet him? Yes, but also, what if he does not like me? I don't know. What do I do then? I don't know, so maybe just not meeting anybody is smarter. That's it? Oh my god. I have cheesecloth for art projects. Actually, I don't remember why I have cheesecloth. I don't remember what I bought it for. Battery acid. Come on, sucker, lick my battery. Listen, you tell me it's easy and I can use whatever I want, and then you say I can't use battery acid. I don't understand what you're going for here. I'm feeling very stressed out. I can't remember what it was called. I was looking to figure out how to make, yeah, that's a lot less waste. Some Indian dish. I don't remember what, but it was talking about, like, some kind of yogurt, but it was called something like pressed yogurt, and I was like, how do you make that? And it was like, get yogurt, press it. Oh. Or like drained yogurt or something. Exactly, Crunk. Hey, Dark Gray Moon, how you doing? See, you can see here how I was a moron. Because here I just kept going around in a circle. And then here I would go through one side and then back through on that same side. So I kind of was doing like a little U. Much less waste. Thank you! It's blue and purple. I don't know. Yeah, I can't figure out where the purple is. I can't see myself yet. I know this isn't gonna last, but my house is still clean from when we had all the company. And it's been like a week, so I had to keep being it clean, you know? I'm fixed. I think I'm fixed. I think I've figured it out. Actually, frankly, I really haven't figured it out. I just skipped stream a bunch this week, so that's really what the answer is. Unfortunately, y'all are what's preventing me from having a clean house all the time. Is kind of the bummer. On days that I don't stream, I'm able to keep my house cleaner. Whoops. Exactly. see how we can go about going around this leaf. Thank you! This is the first time I've done anything like this, so I am very excited. And think I am hot shit currently. Still can't get rid of this COVID cough. Aw, thanks, Powers. No, I'm actually feeling a lot better. Grid and I had COVID a couple weeks ago, and I can't shake the cough. I keep waking up in the morning. I still have, like, post-nasal drip. And I wake up, like, dry and headachy in the morning. And I just can't get rid of the cough. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, a lot of people have been having really bad allergies this year, it seems. I'm blessedly allergy-free at this point in my life, although I know you can develop them later. And I've known a couple people with sinus infections recently. The flu that's going around is really shitty. RSV that's going around is really shitty. It ain't just the Rona. Ugh. I was actually doubly happy with today because the first time I had COVID, back before anybody could get tested or treated for it, it took me a year and a half to get my stamina back. And I don't feel quite that tired all the time now, but I still feel not 100%. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna bounce back a little bit faster this time. And whatever long COVID I've got maybe won't be too much worse or new. That's true. But no, because I got, well, yes, and I got COVID before everything shut down. So I actually went into work with COVID. And to be fair, if I'm being really fair, I don't know for sure that I had it because I was not able to get tested because we didn't know it was a problem yet. But it was the same thing that I had. It felt the same as what I had 2 weeks ago, where my heart was racing all the time. Involuntary breathing kind of stopped being a thing. I was shivering, shaking, burning up, horrible racking cough. Couldn't smell. The first time I couldn't taste. So, like... But, where was I going with this? So, my point was, I went back to work after. And I was at work again for probably a little over a month before we shut down. Because I got it in February and we shut down in March. So I had a month of being really, really lethargic. And yes, I definitely think it was depression and I was sitting at home a lot. But also. I was trying to go out for walks a lot and I just couldn't. All right. Cool. We have one facet done. So actually, I think this is all that... Oh, shit. I shouldn't have done this the same direction, but I think it's gonna be fine. We'll put the line on it. It'll be fine. I don't really want to do the white with you guys because I think it'll be boring. I think you won't be able to see it. What if maybe we do the dark blue? Because that one's the most exciting and it's also a different crystal. And then I go eat pizza. Enjoy your work, lurks. Hey Grid, are you listening? Can you check if we have a pizza? I hope we have a pizza. God, I ordered Pizza Hut a couple weeks ago. I don't remember how long ago it was. I ordered Pizza Hut. Holy shit. Oh my god, it was so expensive. It wasn't even really the pizza that was that expensive. It was pizza and like breadsticks and like 6 wings or something was $20, but there's literally $20 in delivery and order fees. Ridiculous. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Guess that's my fault for wanting somebody else to bring it to me, but I feel like pizza delivery used to be, you know, kind of a cheap option. Zeno, don't. Zeno, I don't have time. Zeno, I love you so much. Please, please don't. You can snuggle with me when we go to bed. Yeah. See, another reason to move out of the US. Okay. I guess let's do this little weenie one. God, this is my favorite color. This is the color that skirt is. Hmm. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I don't mind order minimums. I think order minimums are absolutely reasonable. Driver ain't gonna come out for $6, I get it. But like when you do a delivery fee and then an order fee and then a driver tip, you're like, shit. Oh, isn't it so good? So good. Well, we can fix how wonky that is with the outline. It'll be fine. That's, yeah, absolutely, Evan. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna continue to pay the driver a good tip because I know they're not paying them very well at all, but shouldn't have to. Should not have to. Ah, this is so shiny. This looks so good with the satin stitch. Every stitch we lay down is just sexy. Oh yeah, absolutely, Evan. And yeah, I got the one. I don't use Uber a lot because I obviously have my own car. But I've used Uber like once or twice, and you tip when you order the driver. Hey, Static. And then after you like tip at the end of the ride or something like that. I don't remember. But it'll message you a couple minutes later asking if you want to tip again. And like, I understand from the perspective of a service worker, like if you put on the credit card pin pad 15%, 20%, whatever, people are much, much more likely to tip in that case than if you don't put the option to tip like directly, immediately, quickly on the pin pad. It's like part of it's tricking people, but part of it's also just reminding them. But shit. God. Tipping their landlords? Fuck off. Holy shit. Oh, okay. Is, for everyone, is tipping the mailman at Christmas something that you have ever heard of, wherever you are? Not even necessarily with money. Just with, like, coffee gift card. Box of chocolates. Oh, that's cute. I, like, panicked because I've never lived somewhere long enough or been in, you know, like a house. But now I feel like I should know who my mailman is. I feel like my grandparents always used to use cash. Just easier, you know? Yeah, no, I can't see doing it if you live in a complex. I mean, although it would probably be more of a pain to deliver mail in a complex than to an individual residence, yeah, I can't. It doesn't seem personal enough. I don't know. I don't think I could tip my Amazon delivery guy. Even if he was regular. Like, I feel bad about that, just... I'm trying to cut down to how much I order from Amazon. The problem, of course, is capitalism, and I don't have time to go out and find the things that I can find on Amazon that make my life easier. I feel like Amazon will start hearing about people tipping their delivery drivers and be like, hey, what if we have an app for that on when you order, you can tip your delivery driver and we take 15% of that. What if? Would you like to purchase an Amazon gift card to leave your Amazon delivery driver? That they can use at the Amazon rent store. Ah, shit. Fuck. Sewed my corner into my... Yeah, so they'll give the... You can see how your delivery driver rates on the P scale. How close is he to a bathroom break? Check on this handily updating graph. We've implanted a chip in his bladder. I'm gonna talk about this too loud and Jeff Bezos is gonna hear me. I mean, does not he listen to Twitch? Does not Amazon control the Twitch? Oh yeah, this color rocks. Probably get put on the list if you say his name. All right. Almost. I feel like going around the leaves is easier than I kind of expected it was going to be. Or like kind of like looks better, flatter than I expected it was going to look. See, I convince myself that things are so complicated that I can never do them. They're outside my skill set. Ouch. I can tell you what's not outside my skill set, and that's accidentally punching the needle under my fingernail. That is extremely within my skill set. And my wheelhouse. And also my fingernail. See, you know what else is exciting about this? Remember that skirt that we started to make? I never finished it because I was scared to put the zipper on. I didn't know how. Right? Yeah, me too, Steph. I mean, I guess that's the point of the satin stitch. You're just very gently laying thread next to each other, next to itself. But, so if we finish this, if I get the little bag part done, which is a lot lower. I mean, on the one hand, it's supposed to be a gift, so it's kind of higher stress because I want it to look good for somebody else. But on the other hand, I'm confident that the person that I'm giving this to is going to be pleased by the gesture and the gesture of my pattern choice. That I'm not really worried about. I mean, I'm worried about doing a good job, but I'm not stressing about it. Whereas anything that I make for me, of course, has to be perfect, because if it's not, it can't not be, because I don't know how. Fuck it. I don't want it. It's not perfect. So if I finish this, if I make the little bag and I put a zipper on it, then I have put a zipper on. Then I know how to, well, presumably, I have once installed the zipper. And then the second time I install a zipper will be a little bit less stressful. I know, right? Oh man, I don't know what happened to it. I think it's in the basement. Because I hadn't found a place for it quite yet, but one of our friends made me a little embroidery. It says "Punch Today" in the face, I think, and it's got a lot of really pretty cool looking flowers on it. She got into embroidery over the layoff. Yeah, I think the patch idea is good. If I can make it work. Because then I can kind of explore patterns, and then I think maybe also they will be flatter to store than things in hoops. They'll also be less expensive. Not that hoops themselves are expensive, but if you're paying $1 per hoop and you get rid of a hoop on each project, that adds up after a while. If I'm using, you know, denim from my old pairs of jeans, not only does that get rid of my old pairs of jeans, but also doesn't cost anything additional. I let go of the idea of having side hustles for the sake of making money, and I'm really just trying to cultivate a universe where my hobbies support themselves. I've managed that with Twitch. I thank you guys so much for that. Your support allows me to maintain a little bit of a cushion in case my computer dies. You finance games that I get to play. I would like to try to make your experience a little bit better, so I want to try to do better at getting a little higher quality stuff and getting back into the retro shit, making it look nicer. Unfortunately, that also doesn't just take money, it also takes time and energy. But we'll get there. Unless Twitch self-destructs like Twitter did. Guess could always happen. That's true. I don't know. It's like, I'm still on Twitch, though, just because of the community that's on it. I don't know. I like the... There's like a community expectation, a community language sort of Twitch, facilitated by, you know, like general emotes, by how you have to interact with the platform, right? Also, I just don't feel like there's any discoverability on Discord or... I mean, there isn't any discoverability on Discord or Patreon. So while I've kind of given up my dreams of becoming a partner, because I don't think that's ever going to happen, I do like to meet new people. I would like to continue to find new viewers. Also because, you know, people's lives change, and people eventually do stop watching. Which is totally fine. I feel like everybody gets to a point where they're just like, oh fuck, I feel really guilty, but I haven't watched so-and-so in so long. Like, don't feel guilty about that. Ever. I also feel guilty when, like, I see people who haven't popped in a really long time are still subscribed. I'm like, you can unsubscribe, it's okay. I promise, please. Please don't give me money if you're not getting utility out of what I'm doing. Probably both, see, though. I feel like you just feel guilty a lot. I don't know, maybe there should just be less guilt in the world. Maybe guilty is the wrong word. Don't worry, I just followed you, so now when you go live, I'll be there. I don't know, VODs disappear after, what, 30 days for most accounts, 60 days for affiliates, 90 days for partners, something like that? I don't remember. Didn't realize you streamed. Y'all have to tell me, I swear. And I mean this to people watching the VODs, people on YouTube, people whatever. If you stream, please tell me. At the very least, I would prefer to raid you than somebody I don't know. Because when it's somebody I do know, I can raid and go eat dinner. And I don't have to be like, I'm a good viewer who is not completely starving. I'm just like, no, I can go eat dinner. I am listening to you, I promise, while I'm eating dinner. That's quite amazing. That's a great average. Why do I want to say that I actually have experienced you in a Minecraft stream before? Hey, Dev. Alright, what if we did one more triangle? Just one. One single more triangle. Because I'm having fun with triangles. Let's do this color. This is going like massively faster than I expected it to. Have you not? Maybe that was somebody else. I don't know. People whose faces I've never seen, I only conceptualize via their username. So the like, not the shape of your username as in the shape of the letters, but like the shape, mental shape that your username gives me, along with the color of it, makes me kind of visualize you in a way, not as a person, but as a concept. So perhaps it was somebody who has a similar username vibe. Yes, exactly, Dev. I'd already used the word synesthetic today, so I didn't want to use it again. I thought I was going to be pretentious, but no, it's exactly it. That is, in fact, the correct word. Truly, I perceive you only as a concept. Fear not. Just kidding, I'm actually outside your window. Oh, the fish is a needle minder. So a needle minder is a little magnet. It's got a magnet on the back. And you stick it to your sewing because if you put your needle in, if you're done with sewing and you're not done with the floss and you stick your needle in like this, it can either rust or discolor, and generally not rust anymore, but it can discolor, it can stretch, it can make a hole in your work, or it can pull, it can fuck up your work, and a needle minder just holds onto your needle. So I usually work, I have two now, I work with one on my work so that I can just go boonk And then you have less of a chance of losing your needle in the carpet and then stepping on it later. Yeah, right? Eee. That was messy. Needle minders are like, for me, they're like a collector's nightmare. Because I don't have a pincushion. I should get a pincushion. It's kind of funny. I have a piece of cork that I use as a pincushion. I guess this counts. It was the top of a candle, and it still smells kind of nice. And I stick my extra pins and needles in that. I don't know why. It works. Anyway, needle minders are like my collector's nightmare because I love collecting enamel pins, but enamel pins, of course, don't do anything. Needle minders look exactly like enamel pins and also have utility, so... I like to keep my needle with my work, especially when I'm doing things like this, because otherwise it's just gone. I don't know where it went. I mean, it could be. That is a supremely viable pincushion. This fucking thing. Just not correct. I'm dreading this. I have to go back to it. Ooh, magnetic corkboards. That's really smart. I do have all my pins in corkboards. Again, I think I'm so smart, but I got these round trivets from IKEA. And then Grid 3D printed me mounts for them so that it's just one screw hole and it screws into the wall and it holds it 2 down here and 1 up here. And is like perfect. Love it. Grid doesn't like me showing those because he still thinks we should buy a bunch of the trivets and then 3D print a bunch of the mounts and then sell them. I don't think he's wrong. Keep all your pins in needles. Wow. That's some skill. Oof. Oh my god. Ugh. One of our costume shop girls sewed through her finger once with the sewing machine. Now I'm terrified of sewing machines. I've never sewed on a needle. I did lose one in the carpet here, but I found it. I don't know. Shit. I've been using needles out of, like, I don't know, my grandma had a whole big box of craft shit. I don't know why she had so many needles. She didn't sew. Or she never sewed that I saw. But, she had just a whole shit ton of needles. There's so many needles in there. And I didn't want to spend money buying new needles when I have, like, 500 needles. They're not, like, good needles, but they're, you know, pointy pieces of metal with holes in one end. So I was just using those and using those and using those. And then I bought a bunch of, or I bought a packet of gold-headed clover needles. And they just rock. They're so smooth. That's what I'm using right now. It's just, like butter. I wish the gold didn't come off so quickly. Okay, I think after this I'll stop because I'm getting a little sloppy. Even though I said I was going to stop 3 triangles ago. Although it is Rocky Horror season, so 3 more triangles. It really is. The difference is crazy. You wouldn't think. It's just a piece of metal. Stainless steel is stainless steel. But it's... And then even just metal is metal, I would have thought, but the gold just is so smooth. And how decadent is that, you know? I'm buying gold needles. My inner poor kid is just screaming. I mean, it's still a $5 packet of needles, but man... Whoops. Damn it, we were so close to the Michaels today, too. Fuck. gonna be fun in the future. I told one of my friends is a tattoo artist, and she's really good at like traditional Sailor Jerry style. If you don't know what that is, I'm not smart enough about tattoos to really explain it, but imagine like naked ladies. You know, like traditional kind of tattoo style naked ladies is her sweet spot. And I want her to pick one of her flash designs, one of her favorites, to send me so that I can try to sew it. Because I think that would be really fun. You know, maybe she could display it in the shop or something. It would be a neat gift. A neat piece of art to an artist friend, you know? So maybe in the future, maybe we can sew some titties. She's the one that made my Xeno stickers that I package stuff with. These ones. Make sure it looks like sewing. She'd probably get a kick out of that. No, I actually, I don't have any tattoos, and I really don't intend to get any, which it always gives a lot of people that I'm friends with such consternation. They're like, one of your closest friends is a tattoo artist and you don't have any tattoos, and I'm like, the thing that I like best about art is the alteration part of it. And I just don't feel like there's enough alteration once you put an image on your skin. I mean, it does change over the years, but like, I know, on this Christian Minecraft server channel. Fuck. Yeah, I just don't see the... I love tattoos. I think they're really cool. If you have them, I think that's fantastic. I think they're beautiful. I just... never wanted one? That's not true. I'm sure there's a time where I wanted one where I couldn't get one, but... or I would have gotten one if I had the money or was old enough, but... I also feel like... I don't know. On the one hand, I think I'm smarter than most people. I'm sorry. Not necessarily smarter than, like, you specifically. I just mean, like... I know myself. If there's one thing on this world, I know it's myself. So... regretting something that I put on my body is not what... I don't think that would ever apply to me. But, man, I know a lot of people with Harry Potter tattoos. Ooh, fried rice sounds good. I am 0% surprised. I'm none surprised. Because it's so depressing. Like, that's so sad. Just like... And it's such a cultural anomaly. I will not lie to you. Part of the reason I ride a motorcycle and a lot of my developmental sense of identity was based on Sirius Black. I'm certainly not going to apologize for how much joy and investment I got out of Harry Potter when I was a kid. But Man. Not something I want to carry with me now, in the future, going forward. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so we're a little wiggly right here, but there's supposed to be some circles, so that's nice. This seems like a different color. I don't know, these just didn't seem to translate. Oh, this one doesn't. Yeah, this just seems like a different color. But I don't know if these are... It didn't specify that they were DMC, which also kind of annoyed me. Oh, absolutely Martian raised, absolutely. And it doesn't devalue the things that you felt as a child either. It's not like, well, all of that was irrelevant. It was still relevant. My fursona. Now, Grid really wants me to get, because Link is a classic tabby, and on the back of classic tabbies often have this like, it's almost like a moth pattern right where their shoulder blades are. Grid really wants me to get either Link's nose or that moth pattern. Because, man, on the inevitable day that Link dies, I will be destroyed. But I don't know if that will help or not. I don't know if that'll be, you know, so I can't see it yet. Oh, that sounds really cool. I don't know. We'll see. I also kind of like being that shit who, you know, never have I ever had a tattoo, and then everybody else at the table drinks. I love that. Because I'm an asshole. I don't really want to think about him dying yet, though, so we'll see. Sorry, I'm threading another piece of floss just to kind of make sure I don't lose my needle. We really need to play some spooky games this year. It's fucking October 21st and I've played no scary games. I'm so sorry. I don't think you guys are very upset, but... Excuse me, my fursona is actually a bird, thank you. When I was modeling myself after Sirius Black, me and my friends all picked animals. And it was a bird. Ah, crap, my phone died. Hey, perfect timing. I guess that means I need to stop streaming. I'm not telling you because that's my secret. But you can trust the veracity of what I'm saying since Alidus is related to birds in Latin. Okay. I'm gonna quit for tonight. I know, secrets on the internet. If you can find the password to my locked private Tumblr, then you maybe can figure out what the bird is. But if you can find that, and you can find the password, and you can manage to type the password in, you deserve it. Alright, yes, I'm gonna quit, and I'm gonna go eat pizza. This was like a fantastic evening on top of a fantastic day, and I really appreciate every time that you all hang out with me while I do things that I don't know how to do. And you make me feel better about learning how to do things, teaching myself, taking the time to invest in myself, figuring out how to do stuff. I really can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I know that I have not been on this week as much as usual, but I'm gonna take tomorrow off like I usually do. I want to winterize some stuff, and it's been so long since I've had a weekend off with Grid where I haven't been sick that I just really want to make sure that I enjoy as much of it as I can. So I guess if I guess if the UHC is still going, I'm gonna raid CoStar, but if not, I'll figure something out. But anyway, thank you so much. I will see you back on Monday. Have a good night, everybody.